My name is Cami, and I'm a junior at Oklahoma Academy. So I'm from Maine. I've lived there my whole life. My dad is also from Maine, but my mom's from the Philippines, and I'm a pastor's kid, and so I spend a lot of time doing music. I've done piano since I was 4, and even now I play for the choir, I do special music, and I solo in the choir. As a kid, I was homeschooled, and so coming to OA was a big change for me. I spent most of my time at home playing in the woods, building snow forts with my older brother, and just spending most of my time outdoors and traveling a lot and seeing different places, different cultures, and trying a bunch of different things that I've never done before. In my free time, I enjoy reading, skiing, horseback riding, and just spending time outdoors with my friends. So it must have been in the middle of May when my dad came to me asking if I wanted to go on a mission trip to Colombia. And at that point, it had been a while since I had traveled outside of the country, and I would be going alone. So I was kind of uncertain about whether I wanted to go or not. But after thinking and praying about it for a while, I told my parents that I would go and I would try it. And so I happened to be invited by a family friend, the Suttons. And Miss Sutton, she was a graduate from OA, but I didn't know that at the time. So I went on the mission trip to Colombia and Belize, and we spent about 2 weeks there. And at that time, my parents were actually looking for an academy for me to go to. I was about to graduate from the 8th grade, and so they were looking for a lot of different academies, but the Suttons were talking to my parents and mentioned OA, and my parents wanted somewhere where I would be focusing on my spiritual growth as well as my academic growth, but they wanted the focus to be missions and mission-minded people surrounding me, and that's kind of how I ended up at OA. So to be honest, when I first saw the school and the campus and the people, I honestly thought I was going to a nun school. It was very different than what I was used to. I grew up in a conservative family, but I thought this was like strict conservative. When I saw tunics, I was like, ugh. And that kind of was one of the things that just I wasn't looking forward to. I wasn't looking forward to change and how I was used to living. But after being here for 3 years, I can see that there's a reason behind the rules that they set, and it's for us to grow, not just to make us miserable. And so, yeah. So coming from a homeschool background, I personally never had the initiative to challenge myself to learn. But being at OA has given me opportunity to grow with my classmates, and they challenge me academically. As well as the vocational program here, it's given me opportunity to learn different skills in different areas. I worked in the CAF for a year, so now I learned a lot about food prep and managing the cafeteria, as well as being a teacher's assistant in the elementary school, which is very fun if you've ever done it, as well as canvassing, going out door to door, giving literature. It's all challenged me to grow spiritually and academically. Choir trips have taught me a lot about reaching people through music. Even though I've been in music my whole life, I never really thought about the impact that it had on others and other people who don't know the love of Christ. And so one of the more recent international trips that the chorale took was to Belize, and seeing the joy on people's faces when they heard the love of Christ for them in their own language, in Spanish and in English, it just made a big difference in my life. I would say living in the dorm is probably one of the biggest challenges for me. Normally when I'm at home, I like to stick to myself and just be in my own presence, but living with 18 or 19 other girls in a very tight space makes it kind of hard to do that. And I would say it's taught me to be more patient with others. I used to have kind of a short temper, but it's definitely taught me to have patience and just be kind and loving to everyone, even when it's hard. After OA, I definitely don't know what God has planned for me, but I would like to pursue a career in nursing or dentistry, and after that, maybe even go into the mission field, but it's all up in the air. I would never know until I get there. To the next person who comes to OA, I would say take every opportunity that you're given. Even if you think that you won't like it or you won't enjoy it, just do it. You never know what the experience will be and what you'll learn from that. And just take the opportunity that's given to you and learn from it. Thank you guys for watching and for supporting Oklahoma Academy and the Workers for the Harvest. See y'all later.